Hey guys, and welcome back to another Roblox video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to craft the best mid-game weapons in the Forge. There's a ton of different weapons that you guys can craft between katanas, gauntlets, straight swords, and colossal swords. So I'm going to show you guys the best recipes to craft all of them. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know which one you want to craft and you'll have the right recipe for it. So before we start this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get straight into it. First of all, if you're mid-game, there's certain ores that you should have already in the game and that you should be able to get a decent amount of. These include ore, rivalite, and ruby. Those are the ones I'm going to be using in this video. I don't think we need any other ores to make decent mid-game weapons, alright? As you can see, I don't have a lot of ruby. That's just because I've been using a ton of it. But that won't matter. We don't need much for most of the recipes anyway. Now, let's start off with the katanas. If you guys want to craft the best katana in the Forge, the recipe for it is pretty darn simple. First of all, you need 6 ore. And then all you need is 6 rivalite. And as you can see, it has a 3.67 multiplier and a 72% chance to get the katana. If you're lucky, you'll get the Tachi katana, which is pretty darn decent as well. But yeah, I'd say this is like a pretty simple recipe, only 12 ores, and 3.67 is pretty high on the multiplier. This weapon is supposed to have 62 base damage, and katanas usually have 0.6 attack speed. So if you do the math, that's like 100 to 110 DPS, and I think that's really good. Alright, let me show you guys the recipe to craft the straight sword now, the best mid-game straight sword. And it's pretty small as well, it's pretty darn cheap. You only need true rivalite and true ruby. I say that's pretty achievable for everyone. And there's a bunch of different straight swords you can get. So you probably don't want the Falchion sword, but you could get the cutlass, the rapier, and the chaos. The chaos is literally one of the most insane weapons in the game. So if you're lucky, you can get that. But if you do get the Falchion sword, just know the base damage is going to be 47, which is pretty alright as well. Now let's move on to the gauntlets. If you guys want to craft gauntlets, you're going to need some ore, rivalite, and ruby. You need exactly 4 ore, 3 rivalite, and 2 ruby. I only put 3, let's add one more. But yeah, as you can see, 3.54 multiplier, that's pretty darn good, and a 65% chance to get the gauntlet. If you get a straight sword and you're not going for a straight sword, I mean, tough luck, but there's a good chance you should get the gauntlet. And the gauntlet actually has one of the highest DPSs in the game. Is that a word? DPSs? But anyway, the base damage for this should be 53. And with this super fast attack speed, that should be well over 100 DPS, which is actually just insane for any mid-game weapon. And last but not least, let me show you guys how to make a colossal sword as a mid-game player. Should you make a colossal sword if you're low on ores? Probably not. Because as you can see, I don't have a lot of ruby, and the recipe for this is actually 10 whole ores, one even fell out, another fell out, 18 rivalite, like bro, this is a lot, and 12 ruby. I only have half that amount of ruby. The only thing with this is that obviously it's expensive and the multiplier isn't as high as the other weapons. So I don't know, if you get a normal greatsword, you might prefer like a katana or a gauntlet to that. But if you're really trying to get like a hammer, skull crusher, or dragon slayer, and colossal sword is for you, then this is the recipe you want to use as a mid-game player. You want 12 ruby, not 6, alright? The multiplier is going to be 3.38. If I added more ruby, like it would have dropped. Like as you can see, if I add more sapphire, it's just going to go down. And that's because the multiplier for those are low-key similar. Yes, as you can see, it just goes down. Now you're probably asking yourself, Sophanik, what is the best weapon? What should I craft as a mid-game player? Now, depending on how far you are into the game, some weapons are just better than others. But for mid-game players, I'd say the best 3 weapons are katanas, gauntlets, and straight swords. Why? Because they just deal insane DPS, and the weapons that you use for them just increases the stats like crazy. You can get the full passive on the weapons just because, you know, you use way more ore than any other material. So let's finally craft the weapon to test out. I'm gonna craft the gauntlet just because the gauntlet usually has more DPS than the katana. So the Iron Hand Gauntlet, the recipe for it, like I said, 4 iron ore, 3 Rivalite, and 2 ruby. So if I'm lucky, I'll get the Relevator. If I'm unlucky, I'll get a Falchion sword that I didn't ask for. Bruh. So yeah, let's use up all these ores and see what we get. Oh hell no. Alright, we got the Falchion sword. It's not too crazy, not too crazy. Let's perfect this. Alright, low key, I don't think that's a Falchion sword. I think that's a cutlass. So it might not be too shabby after all. This actually has 66 base damage and a 0.6 attack speed. That's actually pretty darn decent. The Falchion sword I was going for only had 47 base damage, but that's probably just because this one isn't actually Falchion. It's actually a cutlass, so the stats are a bit boosted. But yeah, as you can see, like the weapon is pretty darn good. It's better than the quartz katana that I have, well better. This had 33 before it was enhanced. Before I test my weapon on any enemies, I want to enhance it first just to make sure it does insane damage. So let me enhance it 3 times. Pretty darn cheap. Alright, now let's check the stats. From 66 to 76 damage. I'd say that's pretty good. I low-key thought it would have been more, but 76 damage with 0.6 attack speed, which adds up to like 130 DPS. I'd say that's pretty darn good, bro. And as well as that, we actually have 15% physical damage from the Ior with the minus 10% health, which doesn't really matter. It's not a crazy debuff. But we also got the 20% critical chance from the Rivalite, which is just insane. So let's go test these out on the skeletons. Alright guys, let's test it out on these Death Axe skeletons, bro. Let's see how to parry them. Uno, dos. Oh my god, bro. Allow me to do it on my own, bro. Damn, there's food for everybody. Yo, these rogue skeletons just get 2-shotted? That is fire. I'm gonna not go for the Reapers, because that's low-key still above me, like. Oh, nah. Yeah, see, like, I don't even know how to parry those guys. Let's go for the Pyromancers. Those guys are always mad annoying, bro. Alright, yeah. I think I just 2-shotted him. He's still alive. Come here. Alright. So, yeah. Low-key, not too crazy. Thought that was a Pyromancer. Look, watch this. Oh, nah. But yeah, guys, to be honest with you, the Cutlass is pretty darn good. Like, these IR weapons, it just one-shots half of these guys. Even these Death Axe skeletons. 1, 2, 3, he's dead. Loki tried to parry that, but yeah, all these guys are like easy 1-2 shots. Like, when you're killing people this fast, what's the point of parrying, bro? Unless you get jumped. Anyway, y'all, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope this helped you out. Hopefully now you know which weapon you want to get and exactly how to craft it. So if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.